SmackDown has been on a pretty good run the last couple of years. Roman Reigns and the Bloodline really elevated the show in 2022 from a less important Raw to a must-watch TV show to catch the developments of the Bloodline story. After the Bloodline fell apart and Roman lost the gold to Cody at WrestleMania 40, the show was still pretty good. We saw the rise of Tiffany Stratton, LA Knight saving the US Championship from the trenches, and Carmelo Hayes and Andrade putting on bangers week after week. And today, it's not much different. We still have entertaining stories and talented performers putting out good matches. But I think in recent memory there has been one SmackDown episode in particular that stands above all others. An episode that from start to finish was so great, it stuck in my mind. That episode was November 8, 2024. It was set right after Crown Jewel, where the Bloodline 2.0 picked up a lot of momentum by beating Roman Reigns and the Usos. The US title was defended in a match of the year contender, and Cody Rhodes proved that he was WWE's top champ by beating Gunther in a champion vs champion showdown. The episode begins with a recap video of Crown Jewel that emphasizes Sami Zayn kicking Roman square in the face, maybe by accident, maybe on purpose. Then cut into the arena and you already know you're in for a good time if the first thing you see is a United States Championship replica in the crowd. Roman Reigns' music hits, many fingers go up to symbolize the ones. Roman is rocking a t-shirt with letters OTC, Original Tribal Chief, but also a little yeet, telling us that Roman isn't here to claim all the glory for himself anymore. He's subtly putting over his younger cousin Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso's shirt says "They not the ones", with they referring to the Bloodline 2.0 of course. And yes, I did just analyze the fashion choices. This is how deep you can expect this breakdown to be today. Roman takes his time in getting to the ring. I'm not blaming him as we get to hear more of his epic theme song, synchronized with the pyro. He picks up a mic, but the audience won't let him speak. OTC chants rip through the arena for a full 45 seconds. Until Jey Uso's music hits and has almost everyone yeeting. Second to enter but first to speak, Jey Uso pleads with Roman Reigns for him to hear Sami Zayn out. Sami comes out, the crowd is happy and singing. But Sami doesn't seem to be in a cheery mood. The Sami Uso chants don't change Roman Reigns' demeanor, who's watching Sami's every step, ready to defend himself should he attack again. Sami addresses what happened at Crown Jewel, claims the kick was an accident and he was there to assist Jey, not Roman. He quotes Elise Wiesel, "The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference", and notes that Roman isn't indifferent to Sami. Roman is trying to remain a poker face, but Sami cracks him up, reminding everyone of the good memories the original Bloodline created. But he isn't coming back just like that. He demands an apology, not to him, but Jey. Roman doesn't go through with the apology and calls out Solo Sikoa instead. Sami leaves the ring and Solo doesn't show up. Jacob Fatu does, but only on Titantron. Backstage, we see that Roman, with his actions, is getting close to burning the bridge to Jey. Even Jimmy is slowly losing trust. But now it's time for the first match of the night. Bayley vs Candice LeRae. They're not wasting time. Candice with an enziguri, Bayley with a leaping clothesline. She drags Candice to the apron but gets hit with a neckbreaker on the ropes. During the commercial break, Candice gets in a flatliner on the apron and locks in a submission hold. Bayley finds herself in the corner, she gets drawn into the post, but tanks the missile dropkick to come back with a clothesline, flapjack and a swinging sidewalk slam. Candice pretends to be injured to break Bayley's focus. She attempts a roll-up but fails, allowing Bayley to walk out with an easy win. Sometimes the crowd is a little hard to get in the first match, and Bayley and LeRae had to work through that. They put out a good match that told Candice the simple old lesson that cheating ways never win. They could have easily turned this into a squash considering the size difference, and I'm glad they didn't. In the back, Johnny Gargano approaches MCMG to fanboy out, which in turn angers Tommaso Ciampa. MCMG are the champs, they have the gold, Ciampa wants. We see Randy Orton, not giving a shit, heading to the ring fueled by vengeance. When we return from commercial break, Randy is pissed. He brings up Crown Jewel, where his match with Kevin Owens had to be cancelled because the pre-match brawl got out of hand. Randy is furious. His voice is uncontrolled. He drops the mic before he's finished talking. Kevin on the other side seems composed and calculated. He marches to the ring and his fists start to fly. Officials run in to break it up, but as always they're nothing but an annoyance to the brawlers. Kevin kicks Randy and then this happens. Yeah, Kevin just pulled out a piledriver, a move that has been banned for years. Randy at this point is just dead. He has to be stretchered out. Kevin watches from the outside looking like a final boss. This shocked the shit out of me. 2024 was a rough year for Kevin Owens. He lost just about every important match. He got a win on SmackDown here or there, but else he was fed to people like Logan Paul. So when he showed up and basically murdered one of WWE's biggest active competitors in a single move, he flipped everyone's perception of him. Randy sold this like the life of his family and himself depended on it. This segment gives me chills just thinking back to it. A highlight of an highlight episode. This sucked the energy out of the arena. Everyone was down after witnessing this. So to climb out of the low, they sent out Pretty Deadly to goof around. A comedy jobber team consisting of two best described as male Barbies. And they get clapped by Tommaso Ciampa. Not DIY, just Ciampa alone. He viciously kicks them, throws them against the post, against the announce table, the barricade and the stairs. Gargano asks for the tag, but Ciampa is still pissed from earlier. Fairy tale ending, 1, 2, 3.
Didn't even tagging his partner to knock off.
Match over. This little piece of squash fun was exactly what was needed to bounce back. In a backstage segment, Tiffany Stratton talks to Candice LeRae. The story here is that both want to be women's champion Nia Jax's best friend, with Tiffany of course wanting to get close to the gold for a cash-in opportunity. This transitions into the next match, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair vs Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. Cargill dominates Tiffy, who attacks in, so we have a power versus power situation. Samoan drop by Jax, headbutt and the suplex gets reversed. Cargill hot tags in Bianca Belair, who comes in like a wrecking ball. Corner punches, Bianca surprises by not backflipping. When she actually does start flipping, she lands on Tiffy's knees. Jax enters the ring for a blockbuster Samoan drop combination. Jade saves the matchup. Cargill and Jax beat each other down. Bianca tackles Tiffy. Candice LeRae interferes. Naomi equalizes the numbers game. Jax is taken out on the outside, Belair stops a moonsault attempt, connects the kiss of death and scores the fall. Jade and Bianca just made the tag titles feel like a real deal in this era. Solid match from all people involved and the tensions between Nia, Tiffy and Candice only got more serious. A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller come to the ring to square up with Motor City Machine Guns. The match gets going and the Guns waste no time. They do this impressive move chain. Sabin twists Waller's arm, who is just hilarious at selling.
Still speechless over the fact.
Waller kicks Sabin, who attacks, and they kick him from both sides. Chops and punches in the corner, plancha to the outside. Theory holds on to Shelly's foot so Waller can hit an elbow from second rope. Commercial break and the Australians are in control. Double team forearm, Shelly dodges a clothesline, but is a long way from his partner. The tag does eventually happen, Sabin dishes out drop kicks. A dive through the legs, drop kick flatliner. Waller prevents a loss with his rolling flatliner, a missed elbow allows MCMG to get their finisher and win. From an in-ring perspective, best match of the night. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are true veterans of the business and they work well with younger talent like Austin Theory. Backstage, the winners come face to face with DIY and the Street Profits, who confirm they got a title match, which once again causes Tommaso Ciampa to rage out, and Montez Ford knocks the glasses out of PFAB's hand.
No way, yeah.
Then we see Nick Aldis, who reveals the Women's United States Championship. This was a huge deal. Mid-card belts are a great way of highlighting talent. I was happy the women's division finally got one. The main event spot is given to Solo Sikoa's Tribal Chief Acknowledgement Ceremony. Solo immediately earns himself a ton of boos by dropping one of Roman Reigns' catchphrases. Roman doesn't hesitate and comes to the ring, so Solo demands acknowledgement from Roman. Well, the crowd certainly doesn't acknowledge.
Do you acknowledge him?
And neither does Roman, who issues a challenge for the title of Tribal Chief and the Ulafala. Solo declines and accurately notes that Roman is a chief without a tribe. He then in turn issues a challenge for a War Games match. War Games is 5 vs 5. Currently the Bloodline 2.0 stands at 4 members, and Solo claims Sami Zayn to be the 5th. A brawl ensues while Sami watches on from the ramp as the Usos run in. Solo and his guys get the upper hand. Solo keeps Roman in place and barks at Sami to kick him, like he did at Crown Jewel. Sami has to make a choice, and he chooses to kick Solo to a massive ovation. Roman Reigns spears Sikoa. Now all 4 members of the original Bloodline stand in the ring. Jay raises the finger. Jimmy raises it. Sami raises it. After a second, Roman raises it, and just like that, the gang was back together.
Well, let's run it back again!
SmackDown fades to black with the Bloodline staring each other down, but the original one standing tall. What a wholesome ending to a fantastic installment in what an already good period for the SmackDown brand. There surely are episodes with better moments or matches, but I think on average November 8th, 2024 takes the cake. It is my favorite one in recent memory. But what do you think? What is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. You've been watching WWE.
The best things in wrestling.